We won! Woo! What a match! The Manchester Derby lived up to the hype. It entirely lived up to its hype because frankly, very frankly, I haven't seen a game of football being played like this. Being played like the match that was played today between Manchester United and Manchester City at the Etihad. I mean, remarkable. The way Manchester United put on the pressure in the first half and got those 2 goals. Incredible. The way Manchester City came back up in the second half and applied extreme pressure on United's goal. That was commendable from City, but unluckily for them, these guys stood above. The Manchester United defense did not let loose. That is a huge positive for the Red Devils. I mean, frankly, as a Red Devil myself, it is a very, very huge, enormous positive for me. The Manchester United defense did not concede against a Manchester City lineup, given that the only goal we conceded was from a set piece. It was a corner. Manchester City were unable to find a single, a single opening at our goal from open play. Manchester City couldn't find a single opening for our goal from open play. That's the bottom line. The only goal they managed was towards the end of the game from a corner. Otamendi fired up, came on in the second half. He was charged up, he was pumping, his face said it when he came onto the pitch. He was absolutely fired up. His blood was raging. I'm pretty sure he was looking to get Manchester City back into the game, and he did that. That corner, even before that corner, Otamendi tried to score another goal. If you guys can remember from the game, the ball was swept into the box and Otamendi tried a diving header right in front of De Gea's goal, inside the 6-yard box. So yeah, Otamendi was fired up today. He was looking to score. Manchester City created some brilliant chances throughout the game. It was their luck, it was United's solid defending, it was, I don't know what it was meant to be. They couldn't find an opening. Manchester City simply could not get in on goal. Gabriel Jesus, he got a fantastic chance from Kevin De Bruyne across in the first half. He tried heading it in. Given the kind of form he is coming back from the previous game, people expected him to score that. People expected him to guide the ball to the second post with his head. But unfortunately, the ball went outside. It didn't count. He headed it wide. It resulted in a goal kick. So yeah, that's about it. Manchester City put up a stellar performance. They fought with their hearts out, but Manchester United simply turned out to be the better team of the day because they were resilient enough, they were sturdy enough to hold on to their lead. It was not a massive margin, it was a 2-goal advantage. Manchester United went in at half-time with a 2-goal advantage. In the second half, Manchester City came out. They came out with everything. They came at Manchester United with everything they had. And kudos to the Manchester United midfield and the defense lineup for holding on the way they did. Special mention goes out to Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. Both were rock solid at the back today. Scott McTominay, as usual, an absolute beast in midfield. He's the engine that Manchester United had been lacking in midfield for a very long time. And frankly speaking, he's the ideal candidate for that spot. Another one, Spider-1. I mean, yeah, frankly speaking, the guy was on fire today. Sterling simply couldn't find a way past Wan-Bissaka. That is how it ended. And apart from that, Marcus Rashford, he was on fire as usual. The way he has been lately, it was terrific. Anthony Martial, he had a point to prove, didn't he? And he did that. He did that with one stroke of his left foot. What a goal. Struck the inside of the post, right in. Edison had no clue. And Rashford, he had been missing so many penalties towards the start of the season, even lately. But recently, 2 matches, 2 penalties, bang on target. Lad's coming back. Lad's back in the form of his life, I guess. Jesse Lingard had one hell of a game. I didn't really expect that from Lingard. I had expected a pretty mediocre performance from him, but the way he played in the first half, really commendable. Wonderful outright display from United. It was an outright, extremely beautiful display of football from United throughout the game. The way they defended, the way they pushed forward, the way they hit Manchester City right at the break. It was fluid. It was absolutely fluid. There's nothing that could have been done. It was wonderful. And also one last thing that I would like to point out about the game. The kind of projectiles that were thrown at Fred and also the kind of booing that was done at Lingard when he was subbed off, that is not really something that we expect in a well-mannered game of football. So please, please, please refrain from such acts. If you are in a football stadium, if you are supporting a club, if you are in a public screening, no matter where you are, please refrain from insulting your opponents or your rival players. They are just footballers. They are just professional footballers doing their jobs. We are the ones who are enjoying them perform. So give them that much respect. They deserve that much. So guys, with this, I'll be ending my video. But before I end, there's one last thing. Christmas is coming up, and Father Christmas himself prefers to be clad in red during the festive season. So why would Manchester prefer anything else? Manchester is red. Manchester is red once again. Paint the town red, boys. We are coming. Adios, guys. See you in the next one. The 4th episode of Beyond 90 Minutes and More. That's it for now.